In what's become the longest-running battle in Russia's war against Ukraine, some estimate the running death toll as high as 1,000 per day.
I think that Russian progress has been intermittent. They're making some gains, and then they get pushed back.
Despite heavy losses, Russia remains determined to take what's left of Bakhmut. This effort, however, has reduced what was once a thriving city of 70,000 to rubble. A predicted winter offensive never materialized, and with spring arriving, British intelligence suggests Russia is shifting to a defensive posture.
I think that Russia wanted to perform some kind of breakthrough or attack this winter, but I don't know if they have enough artillery ammunition to do so. And I say that because I bought satellite footage of Bakhmut. There is one area of Bakhmut that was obviously either a Ukrainian supply depot or a command post. That place should have looked like the surface of the moon, and yet there were only 13 shell holes. And that was the first indicator I had that Russia may be running out of critical ammunition that it needs to force an attack.
Russia has not made any significant gains since July. One reason for that is Ukraine's elite Svoboda battalion, commanded by Petro Kuzik.
The battle in Bakhmut is a nightmare for infantry. The only place to hide is a hole in the ground. You can't expect support from heavily armed vehicles. It's not easy to dig the trenches. Russian artillery turns them to mush just in 30 minutes. We gained a lot of experience, but unfortunately, we paid dearly for it.
It's very difficult to dislodge an entrenched enemy, especially in an urban environment.
The intensity is very high. I would say that we put out of action about 1,000 enemy personnel in the past 4 months. And more than that were injured. That's just in our zone of responsibility. Sometimes it was hard to walk the area in front of us without stepping on dead Russians.
Commander Kuzik says the Ukrainian forces have managed to hold out against far superior numbers, despite a shortage of ammunition.
The way we fight is very far from NATO standards because our infantry has to do a lot of extra work. We cover the shortage of ammunition with the blood of young soldiers.
While Russia may take the city, analysts say with a cost of more than 10,000 dead, it's difficult to call that a win. Regardless, Commander Kuzik believes his men will fight to the end.
We trust our commander-in-chief 100%. That's why we are ready to follow the orders, and we stand to death.
As war continues, Ukraine needs more military chaplains to help soldiers who have been fighting for over a year. New chaplains eager to aid the war effort recently became ordained at Kyiv's ancient St. Sophia's Cathedral.
In the fog of war, a person sometimes loses his bearings. Therefore, the most difficult thing for a soldier in these conditions is to remain human. So chaplains do everything possible to treat a soldier's soul after their combat duties. It means helping them to remain human with a capital H.
We are scared that this war will be passed to new generations unsolved. We trust our president, but there could appear a foreign politician who will start the game with negotiations as a way to save face for Putin.
From Kyiv, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.